See, if you create any virtual machine, especially if you go for Windows operating systems, we can connect to RTP. Coming to Linux operating systems, you can click on connect. We have this method. You can connect to a SSH client and EC2 instance. Directly, we can connect like this. This is one method. Just click on connect. It will connect it. So we have 3 methods. You can use any one of these method. Yeah. So this is one method. Via browser, we can connect. Next one is the by using the key, private key. So for example, copy this public IP address, then I generated a one key. So you need to install the Putty and two softwares. Just click SH1 or ICL load. Select the I download one private key. Selected all files. So this is my test key pair. Open. Click OK. Save as private key. Yes. Test key. Save. Yeah. So by using this private key, we can connect by using the copying the public IP address and then open the Putty software. Click on Putty software and copy paste IP address. Extend SH authentication. Browse. Yeah. So select all files and then so go for download. Yeah. This is key. Select key. Then open. So like this also, it will ask the username. By default, username EC2 user -user. Enter. So it will connect it to your Linux operating system via SSH client. So this is one method.
Okay.
So yeah, SSH direct SSH method also we can use from Linux to Linux. So we can use this method also. So by using the key, we can connect this method also. So we already downloaded a private key. So by using that key, we can download. So for this, so if we want to connect to a Windows operating system, we can use the git bash command. So go for bitcache command. So here you can enter that syntax. Here ls. So I copy paste. So we need to go for present working directory desktop cd place downloads. Yes. We need to go for that download key location. My key is this is my key. Copy this key and paste into desktop. Yes, I paste into desktop. So via CLI is difficult to connect, but terminal we have to use.
Okay.
This is my key pair. Copy this one. Paste into desktop. Yes. Yeah, open this git bash. Now you can see your key pair here. Yeah. So this is my test key. Yeah, but this is my key. So once you download the test key pair, this is key. By using that key, you can connect. So this is you can use these commands. First command is you can give the permission chmod. Copy this command and enter here. Dash. Yes, after that you can go and connect this command. Directly you can use this command. My test key pair is the key file name. It will ask the username password same format. Yes. Click on yes. See, now I connected present working directory. Yeah, this is the SSH connection. Last time you asked. So we have different methods. This is one SSH connection method via browsers. This is another method. So you can use any one method. So another method is putty. So these 3 methods, any one of the method we can use. It's not a problem. So any method we can connect to our Linux operating system. You can work with our Linux operating system. Right. So after connecting your Linux operating system, so via Linux operating system also we can create multiple operating systems. So by in the AWS CLI, so these are the command to install the AWS CLI in your Linux operating system. Same way Windows, how we installing Windows. Yeah. So this is the steps to install the AWS CLI in Windows. This is the steps to install the AWS CLI software in your Windows operating system. Once you install the Windows operating system, it will open like this. See present working directory. So first we need to check either AWS CLI installed or not. So the command is AWS -version. it will display this is the AWS CLI 2.4.7 latest version is installed. Okay, next after that we need to install the Docker. So let's check Docker install or not. Sudo space Docker.
So this we are doing after we have SSH'd into that particular instance, is it?
Yeah, so once you connect to Linux operating system, SH via SH, now you can install you can install any service, like you can install the web services, so you can install the default plugin service. So all Linux practically you can do here. Files create a file state and directory creation, but we can move the files from one directory to another directory. So everything we can do it here. So this AWS CLI is the command line tool. Via AWS CLI also we can create the instances. Right now we are launching the instance in GraphQL. Here we are launching the launch instance, right? Same method
Yes.
we can do it in CLI mode also.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. So that part we last class we discussed. So in the Linux and Windows, here after installing the AWS CLI, so you can check the version. You can connect to Linux operating system any one of the methods. So via SH method, or you can use the putty method, or you can use browser method. So once you connect to Linux operating system, to check the AWS version install or not, hyphen AWS hyphen version. Yeah, this is the AWS version 2.0. Along with the AWS version, so Python also installed by default. So after installing the AWS version, now check the Docker installer. So yeah, so let me check the Docker sudo space Docker space -v. Yeah, so Docker version also Docker 20.2 10.0 is already installed. So this is their steps. Let me, otherwise I will let me show you new operating system so that you will get easily understand. Launch instance. Yeah, firstly I'm launching one more instance. Yes, this is the Amazon Linux. This part you understood, right? How to launch the instance, how to connect. Yeah, select this operating system. Yeah, I'm selecting this operating system. I'm trying to install the configure install details. This is the number of instances. So if you enter two instances will be created. If you enter one instance will be created. Okay, click add storage. So here storage part minimum 8 GB. I am entering the 10 GB hard disk space here. Click add tag. Yeah, name. Here click place name. So name of your operating system. So this is the test to Linux server 3. Configure security details. Yeah, these are the security rules. Okay, review and launch. So here you can select, you can download new key pair, or you can select the existing key pair. So our issue. So select test key pair 3. Yeah, download and then launch instance like that. So by using the key pair, you can connect to SS. You can connect to web browser. Yeah. So once install Linux operating system. Now I am connected to my Linux operating system. I will install the AWS CLI. So after that, I will install Docker. I will show one by one. So view instance. Yeah. So before starting the EC Elastic Container Registry, Elastic Container Service, so Kubernetes service, we should know how to install the AWS CLI and Docker. These two softwares are mandatory. So we need to learn how to install the AWS CLI and Docker. And after that, after installing the Docker, how to upload images Docker software to ECR, Elastic Container Registry, how to pull the images from the Docker hub to our Linux local machine. So these two steps I will show you. Let's see. Yeah, this third Linux operating system just now initiated. So once the installation started, we can connect to this Linux operating system. Just a minute. Yeah. So once installing the Linux operating system, first step is install the AWS CLI. So these are the commands. Let me ping this locking. So this is the URL to install the AWS CLI. You ping in the chat. You can make a new notepad. Yeah. So this link to install the AWS CLI in Linux. So these are the command we need to execute to install the AWS. After that, we need to install Docker. So this is the URL to install the Docker. Copy paste. This is for Docker. Let's see. So just refresh. Refresh. Yeah. So just refresh. So once status check should be green, then only tick mark will display. Then only we can connect it to the our operating system. So for Windows, so we can use direct RDP. So Linux, we have three methods. And if you install XRDP on grab, so we can log into Linux operating system. So we have three methods. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, so my system is ready. So once this status check showed green, this is my test Linux server 3. I'm connect. Select this one and just click on connect. Select third one, EC2 connection. By default username is EC2 user. So let it be same username. Just click on connect. Now it will connect it to via browser. So I'm connected to my Linux operating system via SH connection via browser. So once connected, first you need to install the default initial softwares you need to install. We need to enable the inbuilt plugins. So this is command to install the inbuilt plugins: sudo space yum space update space -y. So this command will enable the initial plugin: sudo space yum space update -y. All initial plugins will be installed automatically. Yes. So once installed all the initial plugins, now we need to install the AWS CLI in our computer. These are the steps to install AWS CLI. Copy this one. Go here. Yeah. Next, so enter this command. AWS CLI is installing. Yes, enter. Yeah. So after installing the AWS CLI, just check the version. AWS space -version. Now AWS CLI 2.47 latest version is installed. Next, we need to install the Docker. To install Docker, also we have the command. So this is the command to install Docker. The first command is so to install the Docker and Amazon EC2 instance. So these are the commands: sudo yum update -y. Just copy paste the same commands. So here, enter this command: sudo yum update -y. Initial plugins will be installed first. So after that, next enter this command. Yum Linux command. Just copy this command and then paste here. Second command. Imagine Linux extra install Docker packages. Yes, why? Right. So after installing the Docker packages, next go for this one. Install the Docker. Copy paste here. Yes. After that, start the Docker services. So this is command to start the Docker services. Sudo mctl start Docker. Next one, sudo yep. That is Docker. Now see, Docker is installed and running successfully. So to check the version Docker installed or not, you can enter the command sudo docker space -e. See, Docker version is installed automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, this is command without entering sudo command. So you can enter this. We are giving permission to EC2 user. Enter this command. Yeah, right. So after installing the Docker, now check the any Docker images are available on sudo space docker space images. See, by default there is no Docker images. It should be like that. Sometimes this will not display. That means you need to restart the system. You have to. So as of now there is no Docker images, and also there is no Docker container. Also sudo space docker space ps-a, it will display the Docker containers. So container ID, image, nothing. So there is nothing here. So now I will download some.
Okay.
Some Docker. So you need to log into Docker Hub. So the Docker Hub is the repository. So just Google to Docker to login like that. Docker space login. Now you by using your Gmail address, you can log into Docker Hub. Once log in the Docker Hub, it will display like this. So once log into Docker Hub, you can create the repository part. Everything is okay. So we need to connect it to the Docker. So for example, I am downloading some images from Docker. These are the public images. Hello what? I am downloading image from Docker Hub. So to download the Docker Hub, so this is the syntax. So Docker pull hello what? Copy this command. I am downloading the images from Docker Hub. So this is the command. Copy paste this command. So yes, I'm downloading Docker Hub. Yeah, download Docker pull hello what? Yeah, it asking yeah, enter before sudo and Docker pull hello what? Yeah, now I'm downloading the one image from Docker. Like that, you can download a number of the images from Docker Hub to your local system. Again, test the Docker space. Docker space. Let me connect. This is the instance connect. This is the instance. Click connect. Yeah. Sudo space. Docker space images. Now you can one image download. Like that, you can download a number of images from this public repository, Docker Hub repository. I downloaded hello water images. Say, don't download nginx images, you can download the nginx. Just click on nginx from official images. So this is the command to download the nginx image. Copy this syntax and then paste into your language.
What exactly is
These are the application software, so the containers. So this is the nginx is one web server. So you
okay?
you can deploy this web server into our Kubernetes so cluster management, ECS or EKS. You can use this container images. This application, it is in the form of image format. So I've downloaded the image. I can running in that image into my system.
Okay.
So I don't. Yeah, just downloaded the two images from the Docker Hub. Now I can push this image to the our ECR as the Kubernetes container services. Command sudo Docker space images. Yeah, so two images are downloaded. Nginx is downloaded. Hello what is downloaded. So now just check the command sudo space Docker space so ps-a. So there is no containers. So these are the images. So to display the containers, so we need to run these images. To run the images, we have command sudo space Docker space run space image name hello. So what? I'm running one image. Hello space hyphen wall. So yeah, so one image is running. Yeah, so if your image run, it will display hello world. Yeah. So this image is really working correctly. So like that, you can run all the images. So same second command sudo space Docker space run space. Once you run, the image will be converted into container. So Docker run space application name, image name nginx. I am running the second image also. Yeah, like this. I took this I run. After running the images, now you can check the containers are developed or not. So the command is to check the containers, sudo space Docker space ps-a. Now it will display sudo space Docker space ps-a. Yeah, to see now two images are I rendered. These are the container images. This is the container ID and then images. Two images are I rendered. 1 second, one image I rendered. It converted into 45 seconds. One image I rendered. So these are the images available. Sudo space Docker space images. Two images I download. I run the two images. To sudo space Docker space Docker space images. Yeah, two images. So now you want to pull the images into your Docker Hub also. You can pull. you can push. So two things are possible. If you want to pull the images into Docker repository, your Docker repository, you want to pull the images, you can pull. Also, you can download the images from Docker also. Okay. So next one is the ECR, Elastic Container Registry. Yeah. So just click on Elastic Container Registry. Open this registry. Yeah. So this is the Elastic Container Registry. This is the local repository. Docker Hub is the external repository. This is the open source software, third-party software. Anyone can use this repository. This is the only AWS internal repository. Here we can push our images of container into this ECR location. This repository location. Here you can create the private repository, means only your personal purpose. A public repository means anyone can access your images. Private repository means you only can access your image. Here we can create the two images, public or private. So just click on repository. So you have option private repository or public repository. So select public or private. You can create your repository and give the name test or demo repository 1, demo repository 2, like this. And then just create. So like that you can create any repository. So once create a repository, it will display like this. So these are the two repositories. So if you want to create private repository, yes, you can select the private repository and give the name of the repository. So demo repository, demo private repository, and then just create. Yeah, just click on create. Yeah, like this you can create a number of repositories. So you want private or public. So now you can push your local repository from your computer. You can push the images or container into this repository. So how you can push? We have commands. If you want to push your images into private repository, just click on this repository. Just you can view. Just click on view push command. These are the steps to push image from your application, your software into this your source code into this repository. If you follow this, you can pull. So if you want to pull the public repository, yes, same process. You go for public repository, select this repository. And then just click on view these commands, it will display. Just click on push commands, it will display. So before pushing your repository, right now in my computer I have two repositories. If you want to push these two repositories, yes, I can push. These are the two repositories available. These are two images are available. So nginx one is available. Hello, what is one? You can push these images or this container into your repositories, ECR repositories. Before that, you need to connect to your AWS dashboard by using the AWS configure command. So to enter the AWS space configure, you will ask the access key and private key. So you can get this access key, private key information from your dashboard. I logged into my dashboard. I selected region 1. Now you can see, just click on security. Now you can get your access key information. Access key and secret key here. Generally create a new access key and private key. This is the information. Just copy paste this information to notepad. You can enter. Otherwise, you can enter copy paste here. This is the access key. So go for here. So paste here. Enter. So and enter the private key. This is the access secret key. So copy paste here secret key. Yeah. So next, if you enter, ask the default rule. Sorry. So again clear. Let me AWS space configure. Now first enter the access key. Copy this one. The access key. Now enter the secret key. Copy paste this command. Enter. Now it will ask the default region. So default region is I right now I logged into my region. This just click on go for EC2 dashboard. US East 1 region. EC2 dashboard. Just click on EC2 dashboard. Select instance. Yeah, now you can see. So right now I logged into this location and Virginia. This is comes on US East 1 location. Now enter this region, US East 1, US is -1. Yeah. Format is the default format to JSON. So in JSON format. Space, connect via putty. Just a copy paste here. Generation. Download all fields. I am connecting via putty. Save private key. Okay. Open putty. Sometimes browser little bit slow. That is the reason I'm connecting to putty. Copy command. IP range. I am selecting putty. Click OK. Just accept. Default username is EC2 hyphen user. Yes. Right. So I want, yeah. So here first AWS space hyphen version. Yeah, AWS hyphen version installed. Docker space sudo space Docker space hyphen v. Yeah, Docker also installed successfully. Sudo space Docker space images. Yes, 2 images are available. I want to push these images to my ECR Elastic Content Registry. Before that, first we need to connect to our ECR dashboard. Command is AWS safe configure. Now it is asking access key and private key, and this we can generate via security credential. Just go for access key and private key location. Here we have already 2 keys are there. We'll delete can again recreate. Maximum 2 keys we can create at a time. So I'm downloading one again. I have to create. Yeah. So generate new access key. Yeah, this information. So yeah, you can copy paste this information. It's not bad. So paste it. Copy this one. So AWS space. Yeah. Right. So this is my access key. And now it is asking private key, secret key. So default reason US East 1 enter same. Output form is JSON enter same, right? So once enter these 4 steps, next we need to push the image to the repository. Now go for ECR Elastic Content Registry. ECR Elastic Content Registry. Yes. Yeah, now you can push your source code or your image, your container to any repository. You want to push your private repository, yes, you can push. You want to push public repository, you can go and push. So this is, I have one public repository. Here there is no images, right? I want to push one image here. So you want to image to this location, you just click on view push command. You need to follow these 4 commands. First copy paste this command, first syntax and paste here. Enter. It will display always login success. So if you did correct all the steps, it will come like this. Sometimes it will error also. Again, you need to restart the system. I need to repeat the steps again. Next, I want to push the image. So this is the command to push the images. Or you can copy paste in Notepad. First, we need to tag the image, and then you can push the image. So you want to push, I want to push the hello word. Connect to this command. What? Just check the order images we have, sudo space. Sudo space doc images. So always space dash wall. Yes. Now always space wall. Now enter this command. So now check the sudo space tag will be added. Docker. Yeah. So yeah. Now you can push this image into your location, your repository location. This is the last command. Now copy paste this command. Enter here. Now I pushed the images to the location. After pushing, now you go and check here. Close this one, just refresh. Image will come here. See, this is the image, lower image I pushed here. Like that, you can push a number of images. See, this is like simply MS Paint. I will open. Right. This is the DevOps computer or DevOps laptop. So DevOps engineer is working here. In your local computer, you have the application code, app code. It may be Docker file or whatever it may be. This application Java code or .NET or Python, whatever it may be. This source code, this is also called as source code. So this source code is converted to image. So first we need to convert image. This image we are after running Docker command, it will convert into container. So it is look like a container C1. Now we need to push this container into our ECR, Elastic Container Registry. So this is the ECR. So after arranging this container, after container, I can push this container to this ECR. After pushing, now you can run this container to the Elastic Container Service, ECS. This is for cluster management. This is by own AWS services. So after that same image you can take into ECS also, Elastic Kubernetes Services. So EKS also you can run the same image. I will show you how to run this container images into ECS and EKS. First I will show ECS. Yeah, like this we can push the images into ECR. This is one part. So second part is after pushing the images, you need to run that images. So go for cluster management. So just click on ECS, Elastic Container Services. This Elastic Container Services. Just click on that application. It will open like this. Now you can check this video. It will basic reference. Just click on cluster. So as of now, there is no clusters. Just create a cluster. So you can create the cluster in different methods. Networking only EC2 by using the EC2 Linux. So you can create cluster by using the Windows. Also, you can. These are three methods: are the manual and server based cluster management. We have one more advanced one, that is the serverless cluster management. Just click on. I'm not selecting anything here. Just click on next step. Now here you can enter the cluster name. So the demo cluster one. Yes, create VPC. This is VPC I am creating. Yes, click on create. Yes. Cluster name. Start creating. Create VPC cluster. Start creating. Go back. Create cluster. Click next. So give the cluster name demo. Start to create VPC. Yes, create a cluster. Yeah, now cluster is creating. So once creating cluster, now you can deploy your applications in this cluster. So cluster means collection of the container images. So you can run the multiple applications in a single phase. Cluster is nothing but a collection of nodes. Also, you can worker nodes. You also press. It may nothing but a collection of the number of the virtual machines. In virtual machines, we can run our multiple applications. Let's see. Along with the cluster, VPC is created, subnets, zones, network, everything is created. This is one of the automation tools. To run our application, so cluster will arrange all the infrastructure. So, for example, I want to run one application Nginx web server. To run the Nginx web server, all the requirement, IAS information like how many computers you require, VPC require, subnets you require, everything is taken care by the cluster only. Just if you create cluster, so by default it will come like this. This is the cluster information. Now still it's creating. Just refresh. Yes. Yeah, so cluster is successfully created. Just click on view cluster. Yeah, see, this is my cluster information. Demo cluster 2. Now it is the active. So this is the cluster information. There is no images. There is no, see, there is zero forget, zero instant, nothing is there. So I want to deploy my application. First, we need to create the task. So task definition, just click on task, create a new task definition, just click on task. I'm creating task with Fargate technology, Fargate serverless technology, just select Fargate, click next. Yes, you give the task name, so Nginx server, Nginx web server, Nginx web server one. Select not required task role. Yeah, and these are all the default settings. Select minimum RAM. Yes, minimum microprocessor. Like select minimum 0. This is sufficient. Yes. Yes, minimum RAM, minimum CPU. To run this application, I'm selecting the minimum RAM and the minimum CPU process. Now you just click on add container. This is the place you can add your local container. So container name. So I want to add Nginx container. Nginx. So yeah, image. So here image URL you have to copy paste. So now go for your AWS dashboard and copy paste any image here. Your Docker image or images location, go for Elastic Container Services. I want to copy paste some Nginx image. Yeah, we go for subscription. Yes, Elastic is Elastic Container Registry. Open container registry. Here you can take your image ID, public gallery. So I want Nginx. Here you can take any image location you want to Nginx. I want to run some web server Nginx. Just click on Nginx. This is the Nginx web server. This is the URL. Yeah, copy paste this URL. This is the URL. So copy paste this URL into this location, image location. So this is the image location. You can take it from your private repository, your public repository. So you can take it to any location. That image will be run. So once you push the image from your local system to ECR, from ECR I am taking into ECS, Elastic Kubernetes Service. This is the Elastic Kubernetes image. Once take image, come down. These are all the default settings. Just click add. Yes, create. So yes, view task definition. Your task is created successfully. Yes. So go for cluster. Yeah. I created one demo cluster too. So task also created, it's running. This is running, just wait. Run new task. You can run the task or get. Yes, I want to run the task in Linux operating system. So these are the things. Number of tasks one, cluster name. Yes, image location cluster, latest cluster. This is the cluster. Yes, subnets. So you can select all subnets. Yes, this is the application I am running. So this is port number. Run the tasks. Here auto agent public address enabled. So just run the task. The task is created successfully. It is status is proceeding. Once it's active, you can check the output also. Just refresh. Once it's active, you can check the output also. Go for it is still pending. Just open this task. It's running pending. It's pending. Just wait. So this is the, yeah, it's running. Just open nginx. By using the public IP address, you can check the output also. This is the network. This is the private IP. This is the public IP. Now copy paste the public IP from cluster. I am checking the output. Now it will open the, yeah, welcome to nginx. So this is the web server I am running. So simply, this is the cluster management. It's very simple. So this is your computer. You are the employee. You are the DevOps engineer. So you are the, so you have the tasks. So for example, you have the Java code or .NET code or Python, whatever. Some application, some web application, or some web service, some Alex service, whatever. So you have code. So your code first you need to convert to code into image. So that image you can place into any repository like GitHub repository, Docker Hub repository, Bitbucket. So some external repository you have to place first of all. This is the local computer. From your local repository, you need to place your image into external repository for safety purpose. At any place, anywhere, you can access your information. So in this external repository, GitHub or Docker Hub or Bitbucket, anytime you can download your image into your local system at any time, any place. This is the cloud storage places. These are the open free accounts. You need to create the account in GitHub, Docker Hub, Bitbucket. So these are three external repositories. You can store any repository. For example, we are using the Docker technology. So in a Docker Hub, you need to create one account. In your Docker Hub account, you need to push this local image into your Docker Hub for safety purpose. So one copy is available in Docker Hub, right? So next. So again, if you whenever you want, you can download the image from your Docker Hub. I just know I download images from Docker Hub. These are the two images, so you can just click Docker images. Yeah. So these two images I downloaded from Docker Hub. This is nginx application I have prepared. This application I downloaded from Docker Hub. I push into ECR. Once these images are downloaded, you can push these images or container to the AWS internal repository. These are three external repository. This is the AWS internal repository. Name is Elastic Container Registry. This is the AWS internal repository. I pushed my own image into my ECR, Elastic Container Registry. So this is the first part. Once pushing done, image is displayed here. So second part is just open the cluster ECS, Elastic Kubernetes Service. This is one cluster management tool. Another one is the Elastic Kubernetes Services. This is another services. This is from Google Services. Kubernetes service. This is the AWS service. Plus, both are the using for cluster management only. Now, first tool I discussed. So this is the Elastic Container Services. Now this image is ready. Nginx web server image is ready. Container is ready. So I deployed this container into this ECS cluster. Here, I created one cluster. In this cluster, I deployed this image into this cluster. The cluster is running.
Okay.
Now from this cluster, image is running. Now I can give this public IP address or portal access to customer. Customer can access anytime by using this cluster. What is the advantage of cluster means? Our service 24/7 available anytime because of this cluster. Cluster never down. So once the image is down, automatically one more image will be created. So that is the advantage of cluster. In cluster, we can create multiple services. See, so right now one image I running. So same image you can create multiple services. You can create service. You can run the same image in multiple applications. Go for cluster. This is my cluster. Open the cluster. Now you have option create a service option. Just click on right now only one image I am running. So I want to run multiple images at a time. Just to create the service. Just click on create service. Create. Just click on create. Use forget technology. You can use any three methods. Linux operating system. My image I am running in Linux operating system. This is the my application name. So this is the platform. This is the cluster I am selecting. Service name. So demo service. And then number of tasks. So I want to 4 images I am running at a time. So per customer high availability. These are the minimum high availability. These are default settings. So display circle is other default settings. Okay, just click on next step. Yes, next step. Yeah, if you have any load balancers, you can add here also. Right now I am using default settings. Just click on next step and then create. Yeah, here select subnet. So subnets I'm selecting. Yes, I'm running the services. So do not have, yes, click next. Yes, create a service. So service is nothing but in service, same application multiple times we are running. So one service is down, we have 3 services. I'm running 4 services at a time. So 1 or 2 services is not a problem. 2 services are available. This is the high availability. So customer access website anytime, anywhere. So service is great. See, same application 4 times I am running. So 4 servers in 4 Linux computers I am running by the Parquet technology. Same application. This is the application we are designing. NGNX web server application we deployed. So single application I deployed in 4 times. So it is running in 4 nodes. In case so one node is down, 3 nodes are available. Meanwhile, we can repair that the down node also like that. This high availability is possible. So application is still running anytime, anywhere without distribution to the service. So like that, we are doing cluster management in the AWS dashboard. So this is the ECS, Elastic Container Service, ECS. So ECS is also for the cluster management only. You can see ECS. ECS. Yeah, highly scalable, reliable, and scalable way to run the containers. Highly secure, reliable, and scalable way to run the container. This is also one of the technology. Alternative method is second method next to open source. This is the one. This tool is designed by the AWS team, AWS organization, AWS cloud. Open source is the Kubernetes service, Elastic Kubernetes service. So that part we will discuss tomorrow. How to create the clusters in EKS, Elastic Kubernetes services.
Sure.
Elastic Kubernetes. This is also same process is same, but tools are different. Kubernetes are from the open source. They are taken from open source. AWS team developer name is given like as a Elastic Kubernetes service. The most trusted way to run the scalable Kubernetes service. Here also we can create the cluster, and in clusters we can run our applications by using the multiple nodes.
Oh, perfect.
So meanwhile, what we have to do, just create one instance in dashboard. Now you need to install these stop squares. First one you need to install the first create one EC2 dashboard, EC2 install, and then install the AWS CLI software, and again install the Docker, and then create the account in Docker Hub. So Docker Hub and download some images. Whatever image you want, you can download images from Docker Hub to our EC2 instance and run the images. After running images will be converted into containers. After converted to container, these containers containers push into ECS, Elastic Container Registry. After pushing ECS container from ECS container registry to, we can take it from ECS, Elastic Container Service, ECS. So in ECS, you can create the cluster and you can apply your applications. Like this is the process.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, just try one time. I will repeat it tomorrow also so that you will understand. First time a bit difficult. Anyway, just try. So I will explain tomorrow again.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you. I will share recording your email address.